marks on your t-shirt may be a good way to gauge your sweat. It's certainly not accurate, so now there's a small flexible patch that will monitor your sweat. Why do we need to know so much about why we perspire?
Well, this device is really cool. It monitors both what's in your sweat and what your heart rate is while you're wearing it. It fits right about here, sticks to the skin, and is flexible. And so, for example, when you're running and you're working out hard, you sweat out a chemical called lactate. And this device can pick that up, and so it can tell, this person is now working out hard. And at the same time, it can say, oh, what's their heart rate while the lactate is being expressed. And so you can learn a little bit about the person.
So I think that the key thing that's going to develop this is going to be the involvement of a lot of the gadget makers. Like I've read that Samsung has been involved in this, but you know, we've kind of seen like the expansion of Fitbit and everything in recent years. If this can be worked into that whole kind of industry that's growing now, I think it can do really well. I think it will take off.
Yeah, and Sophie mentioned that the device measures lactate, but there are a lot of other compounds in sweat that can tell you about what's going on inside your body. So you could look at electrolyte levels to get info about hydration. You can also measure blood glucose levels through sweat and even drug use.
My issue with wearable tech is that, are we becoming too overly familiar with our bodies? Are we going to be encouraging some sort of hypochondria at a certain point? If you're like, oh my goodness, my electrolytes are down, what should I do? Do I need to go get an insulin pump? I just think that we're going down a road where we're no longer just living at all. We're monitoring.